Breaking news from the South China Sea. Tension is at a boiling point. A Philippine supply boat inches toward a marooned warship on a mission that's anything but routine. Suddenly, massive Chinese Coast Guard vessels close in, horns blaring, blocking the way. China's ships fire high-pressure water cannons, shattering the windshield and injuring crew. This isn't an isolated incident. It happens nearly every time the Philippines tries to resupply its outpost. The stakes are enormous. This is about more than a disputed reef. It's a direct challenge to international law and freedom of navigation. The Philippines, much smaller, stands its ground, defending its sovereignty. The world is watching as this dangerous dance unfolds. The question is, how long can this standoff last before someone makes a move that changes everything? The world holds its breath. At the heart of this standoff is the BRP Sierra Madre, a rusting World War II-era ship, intentionally grounded on Second Thomas Shoal. To the Philippines, it's a fortress and a symbol of sovereignty. A handful of Marines endure isolation and constant surveillance from Chinese ships. Their mission, maintain a presence and prevent China from seizing the shoal. China calls it an illegal occupation and blocks resupply missions. Every successful resupply is a victory. Each day the flag flies as an act of defiance. This is sovereignty, anchored in steel and sacrifice. Not long ago, Manila looked to Beijing with hope. Under President Duterte, the Philippines embraced China's Belt and Road Initiative, expecting billions in loans and investments. Grand promises were made: railways, bridges, dams, and a build program to transform the nation. For a moment it seemed the Philippines would set aside maritime disputes for economic gain. But the golden age never arrived. Flagship projects stalled or were canceled, funding failed to materialize, and concerns grew over debt and transparency. Critics warned of the debt trap seen in other countries, where strategic assets were lost to China. The Mindanao Railway project was scrapped, and other deals unraveled. The dream of Chinese-funded prosperity soured into skepticism and regret. Manila learned a hard lesson: easy money often comes with hidden costs. The pivot toward China failed, forcing a strategic rethink. The Philippines realized sovereignty and economic independence can't be traded for empty promises. The Belt and Road experience became a wake-up call. Manila began searching for new partners and a new direction. The era of blind trust in Beijing was over. Disillusioned with China, the Philippines is forging a new path. Under President Marcos Jr., Manila is rebuilding old alliances and seeking new partners. The United States, its oldest treaty ally, is back at the center of strategy, but Manila is also looking to Japan, which offers transparent, high-quality infrastructure financing, like Manila's new subway, without political strings. Australia, France, Germany, and the UK are increasing security cooperation, sending ships to the South China Sea to uphold international law. The Philippines is strengthening ties within ASEAN, building a more unified regional front. This diversified approach gives Manila options, avoiding dependence on any single country. It's about choosing the best deals for development and security. The message to Beijing is clear: Manila won't be intimidated or bought. The Philippines is charting its own course, building a coalition of like-minded nations. Sovereignty is not for sale. The country is determined to navigate the turbulent waters of 21st century geopolitics on its own terms. The pivot is bold, and the world is taking notice. Why is the Philippines at the center of this superpower rivalry? Geography. The archipelago sits at a crossroads of global trade and military strategy, forming a natural barrier between the Pacific and the South China Sea. To the north is Taiwan, a flashpoint for US-China conflict. To the west, the South China Sea, a vital artery for global shipping. For China, controlling waters around the Philippines means breaking out of the first island chain and projecting power into the Pacific. For the US and its allies, the Philippines is a linchpin for regional stability and rapid crisis response. Access to Philippine bases allows the US to monitor the South China Sea and support operations if conflict erupts over Taiwan. 1/3 of global shipping passes through these contested waters, rich in fish and energy resources. For the Philippines, these waters are food and future energy security. For China, control means regional dominance. The Philippines' geography puts it on the fault line of global competition. Its choices will shape the future of Asia. The stakes are nothing less than the balance of power in the Indo-Pacific. That's why every move Manila makes matters. The world is watching. Beyond geopolitics, the South China Sea conflict has a human cost. Filipino fishermen, who've sailed these waters for generations, now face daily harassment from Chinese ships. Scarborough Shoal, once a traditional fishing ground, is now a zone of intimidation. Fishermen are chased away, their catch confiscated, boats damaged and lives threatened. Some are blasted with water cannons or rammed, forced to return home empty-handed. For them, this isn't about sovereignty, it's about survival. Coastal communities are struggling as catches dwindle and debts mount. Many risk dangerous journeys into unfamiliar waters, burning more fuel for less reward. The government tries to help, but resources are limited. Still, the fishermen persist, documenting harassment and asserting their rights. Their courage is a form of resistance, defending heritage and national rights one trip at a time. They are the frontline witnesses to China's campaign. Their struggle is a stark reminder of what's truly at stake. The sea is their lifeblood and their battleground. Their fight is for the future of their families and their nation. China's strategy in the South China Sea is a masterclass in gray zone tactics. Conflict below the threshold of war. No formal declarations, no armies, just relentless coercion. China uses its Coast Guard and a vast maritime militia, state-backed fishing vessels, to swarm disputed areas and intimidate rivals. These ships create plausible deniability, but their coordinated actions reveal their true purpose. Water cannons and blockades escalate tensions without triggering outright war. It's a calculated campaign to change the facts on the water, one incident at a time. The Philippines fights back with assertive transparency, embedding journalists, filming every provocation, and releasing footage to the world. This strategy exposes China's actions, winning the information war and rallying global support. The truth becomes a powerful weapon. Manila's approach turns China's tactics against it. In this war without bullets, information is the front line. The world is watching and taking sides. The battle for the South China Sea is being fought in the open, one video at a time. Under pressure, the US-Philippines alliance is stronger than ever. The 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty is no longer just history, it's a living commitment. Joint military exercises like Balikatan now simulate defending Philippine territory from external threats. These drills send a clear message. The US and Philippines are ready to respond together. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement expands US access to key Philippine bases near Taiwan and the South China Sea. These aren't permanent US bases, but strategic sites for rotating troops and pre-positioning supplies. This boosts the alliance's ability to respond quickly to crises, from disasters to conflict. The security umbrella deters aggression, raising the stakes for any would-be attacker. The alliance isn't about preparing for war, it's about preventing it. By standing shoulder to shoulder, the US and Philippines work to preserve peace and stability. The partnership is a cornerstone and corridor of Indo-Pacific security. Together they send a message. The region's future won't be dictated by force. The alliance is back, and more vital than ever. The Philippines is no pawn. It's a skilled player in the new geopolitics. Manila isn't just choosing between Washington and Beijing, it's building a web of partnerships for a balanced regional order. This minilateralism means flexible coalitions with like-minded countries. Japan and Australia are key, providing patrol vessels, joint training, and maritime patrols. Manila is also engaging Europe, India, South Korea, and Vietnam, making the South China Sea a global issue. This broad coalition isolates China and reframes the dispute as a challenge to international law. The Philippines is shaping its own destiny, balancing alliances and diversifying partners. It's a masterclass in modern diplomacy, resilient, courageous, and strategic. The choices made in Manila will help define the Indo-Pacific's future. The world is watching as the Philippines stands tall. In this new era, agency and smart strategy matter more than size.